This is really just a little chit chat, some things that I've noticed throughout my life, some wisdom I've picked up on. Um, Nothing urgent or anything like that. This is just a conversation style piece. So, difficult people. Let's pinpoint some examples of difficult people. Let's talk about what difficult people are. Difficult people are people who just like to see you squirm. They like to see you get anxious. They like to, a lot of times, use their power and authority to use it against you because they know that that is the authority that they have in that moment. Think about people that work at the DMV. When you're at the DMV and they unnecessarily go out of their way to be rude, they're unnecessarily rude, or a person who follows the rules to a T to the point where it's no longer following the rules. It's them being a butthole and it's them being a jerk because they have this opportunity and this power to do so. Um, a lot of times these people rely so heavily on the rules, but they often get humbled by those same rules. They get humbled by that. Okay? Because a lot of times their higher ups aren't even as anal as they are. They are very anal, difficult people. They like to see you go out of your way to do something. They like to see you go around the whole ring around the whole mulberry bush when actually they could have helped you, but they just wanted to be difficult. These people are miserable. They feel justified in the way that they treat people, and they often feel justified because of the rules, or they feel justified in it. When in actuality, these are the same partiality, that word partiality, but in actuality, these are the same people that if it was someone that they were trying to impress, and if it was somebody that was a loved one, they will be the first ones to bend the rule. You understand? It's the sin of partiality. So, um, they would break the rules with no second thought if it was somebody that they like. But when it comes to someone that they don't like, um, they they don't. No, you're gonna go around the long way. Difficult people. These are also people that could be work snitches or neighborhood snitches. Like, they go out their way to monitor you. The whole thing with the difficult person is they go out of their way. It's like instead of making their life easier, they make it more complex and they create enemies. Because listen, some rules you could just tell when people are just like, hey, these are the rules, I can't break them. Like, you feel me? Even if I wanted to, I can't. And you're dealing with a difficult person when you leave from them and you feel like they're a jerk. Like, they just did too much. Like, you just did too much. You know it. Like, I teach and I preach and I talk about and I love y'all down with on my page is energy does not lie. Energy does not lie. You know the truth by the way you feel. All right. And you have to, that statement right there, you have to be a self aware person. All right. I'm not talking about you feel offended because you're childish and you're immature and you're just always in your feelings. It's a difference between that and then you just being neutral and you just experiencing something and you realize, like, hey, they didn't have to do me like that. You know what I mean? They didn't have to do me like that. And these people, they often feel guilty about what they did. They do. Like, but they justify it. This is why they often try to find a way to justify it. Always. They're always trying to justify it. These are people that typically hate their jobs, they hate their lives, they hate their marriage or their lack thereof marriage, they hate their kids. It's just a difficult, everything is just difficult and complex and piled up and vindictive. That's another word for these people. These people can be vindictive, manipulative, very catty, very much um, ring around the rosy, send you out your way, right? So then we have, let's go to the next topic. Then we have people who like to see you suffer. They like to see you suffer. All right. So these are the narcissists. These are the energy vampires. These are the haters. Okay. Typically, this happens to people who are attractive. Typically, this happens to people that um, always seem to be on the up and up, right? So these will be people that rejoice when they see celebrities fall. Like they rejoice, like, yeah, I knew she wasn't all that. Like these are the people that's in the comments rubbing it in and being extra like, yeah, and this and this, and they thought they was this. Or these are people that, let's say you expose your own suffering, you put your own suffering out there, and they love it, they eat it up, yum yum yum, they follow the whole story, they never like anything, they're just watching from afar, very 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 happy that things are happening bad. Mind you, these are the same people, these type of people are often silent watchers. They're silent watchers. For the ups they're silent, for the downs they're silent. um like to see you suffer. These are the people that could help you. They could easily help you and put an end to your suffering, but they too, just like the other group, find justification as to why they can't help, and justification as to why, let's not even say physical help, let's just say they can't even emotionally support you. They can't emotionally support you. They can never celebrate you. They can never give you a clap. They like to see, these are people that, boom, these are people that if you were walking up to a door with 4 or 5 bags in your hand, instead of them trying to run up ahead of you and in front of you to open the door because they see that you need help, they would rather stand behind you. This is a real asshole. They would stand behind you and let you open the door and be like, "Oh, okay, you got it." And you be like, "Yeah, I got it." But when you walk away and you finally get into your apartment or you finally get into your home or the store or whatever, you just like, they could have opened the door. You felt that passive aggression. Or if they're cowards and they're really like twisted in the head, they'll see that, see you struggling, and they'll turn back around and act like they need to get something out their car. They'll act like they need to get something out of their car. Um, and act like they didn't see what you just went through. They never like to talk to you on a human level about what you went through because secretly they like to see you suffering. They like that. Or on the flip, either they don't like to talk about it or they like to lean in on it. They like to dwell in that conversation. You notice that when it comes to the good stuff, they don't want to keep elaborating on that. They'll find a way to end that conversation. But when it comes to things going bad in your life, they ask, "Oh, and then what about this? And what about this?" This is the most they light up when y'all have conversations. This is the most, and see, when I say light up, you have to understand, I'm talking about they have more conversation. They don't have to be smiling, laughing. They just have more dialogue. They have more dialogue. They start giving you suggestions. They start saying, what about this? What about it? Just it lights them up, meaning you get way more conversation out of them when it's negative than when it's positive. When it's positive, they got few words. But when it's something negative, they be like, oh yeah, this. Pay attention to the frequency and rate at which people are talking to you. Talking to you. I need you guys to understand this and pay attention to this. I'm going to end this video right here. I'm going to go take a shower, y'all. I need to take a shower. And then the next video, I'm going to talk about how standing in your authenticity and standing on business is very, very, very important, because your authenticity is opening doors for you that no man can shut, and they're opening doors for you that only you can go into. I had an encounter, y'all. I done met these past 24 hours. Pray for me. Pray. Listen, in my Kim voice, pray for me so I can know why I can't get over it. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that next. I love y'all so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Um, I'm loving that we're getting more comments, we getting more interactions, we talking, and we in the field. Mwah.